The most recent CBS News New York Times poll is out. The results, very interesting. I'm Jill Schlesinger of CBSMoneyWatch.com, and I'm here with Jack Otter, the executive editor. Jack, the economy is still the biggest factor in the election, obviously, and the results show Romney has expanded his lead. 49% of those polled said that Romney would do a better job handling the economy and jobs. 49 to only 41% for President Obama. Why has this blown out so much?
I think in a word it's because the economy stinks. When things are going badly, people start to think, well, the guy who's in charge now, I want him out. I want a new guy to give it a crack.
And it's interesting because the last poll was done right after the first quarter. Things were doing much better, better job creation, better growth.
But the last 3 months of job creation have been awful. The stock market's been stumbling a little bit. Obviously, Europe and the rest of the globe is going into crisis, and frankly, that hurts the incumbent too. And one number that really struck me in this poll, voters were asked who will do a better job handling the federal budget deficit. 50% said Mitt Romney, 36% said Barack Obama. Two interesting things here. First of all, when the CBO scores the various economic plans, they find that Obama doesn't do a great job of reining in the deficit. Do you know who's worse?
Who?
Mitt Romney.
Oh, dear.
The deficit would be even larger because while he does cut some spending, he cuts taxes by a lot more, so you end up with a bigger deficit. So I think there's a political problem here also, that Obama has not been strong enough in suggesting that he actually cares about the deficit. I actually was down in the White House in April, and that was the one question I asked him was, you know, it doesn't seem to me like you're really attacking this problem. And he said, well, we've agreed to some cuts. We think anything new has to come from the revenue side. But he didn't show a passion. He didn't say, darn it, this is something that has to be solved. And I think people are getting that message. And
you know, interesting, we flipped the numbers around. When asked about who is better for the middle class, you just said that for the deficit, it was 50% Romney, 36% Obama. When it's better for the middle class, it's 52% for President Obama, 38% for Mr. Romney. And what I find fascinating about this is, let's say that I'm in the middle class, and I think, generally speaking, President Obama is better for the middle class. And yet, what happened? When I say who's better for the economy and jobs, I say, no, the other guy is. What explains that differential?
It is fascinating, and a guy at the Wall Street Journal wrote a book on this. It's called What's the Matter with Kansas? And his thesis, whether or not we buy into it, is that people don't vote in their own economic interests. They vote for the economic interests of the person they aspire to be. So if you think that, say, someone is better for the wealthy, well, you want to be wealthy, so you vote for him in the hopes that you'll be there and his policies will benefit you.
And maybe this all doesn't mean all that much right now. I mean, things can change. And one of the big factors which could influence us is the stock market. And right now, stock market, we are up on the year. We're down from where we were earlier in the year, but here we are meandering along. What will the stock market have to do to change the outcome of these polls?
Well, this is fascinating. Our blogger, Alan Roth, wrote about this, and he showed a chart that calculated the voting for Obama on something called InTrade, which tracks the presidential race, versus the Wilshire 5000, which is all the stocks in this country. And the correlation is incredible. When stocks are going up, Obama's poll number go up, and when stocks go down, he goes down. And it's actually by a greater degree. So as stocks go up a little, Obama goes up a lot. As stocks go down a little, he goes down a lot. So for all this discussion of policy and the dissection of whose policies are better, maybe it all comes down to what the Dow Jones average is doing in October.
And for more on that, we'll be following the markets, the economy, and of course all the polling results right here at CBSNews.com. Thanks for watching.